zone. Headed where the homie live, cause it's on dome. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo. So my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to it.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the London Bulldogs and the Seattle Seahawks. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll power his way up near the 25. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Cut 19! Cut 19! Hurry, hurry!
From the 24, Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Seahawks at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Walker now at 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Let's go now.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
After 60, after 60. Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Off of play action, here's Smith. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? Nineteen tight.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Warriors, 70. 79 Broncos. Let's go.
3rd and 2, Willis. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
60 Vikings, 60 Panthers. Ready?
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And Walker once more. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. Down right around the 25. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action. It's Smith. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Second down throw coming by Willis. That's complete to Treylon Burks. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. Henry out of the pistol. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Drop 50, drop 50.
1st and 10, it's Willis. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Willis looking to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, it's Willis. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
To To throw again on second down. Willis. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, Willis. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Chigakonkwo. 26 yards. And the Bulldogs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ready? Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And some room to maneuver. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Running left is Walker. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
18 Cardinals. 70 Rangers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Myers' kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. Now Willis on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
19 right.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Willis. And he'll just get rid of it.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
18 left. Not saying 19.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The kick by Carlson is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Okay, ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Willis. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And here's Ryan Wright now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll field this at the 5. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Cup 19. Ready.
To throw is Smith. And Walker with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Nineteen tight. Hey, smash Bronco!
Gino now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
19-18. Panther 11. Panther 11. Hey, pass.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
That's good for the Seattle Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Alert! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Street!
Here's Smith. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation.
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game.
Picked off by Quadre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there, and it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry in the ball game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here.
Over the middle, complete. That's Cook.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. Henry up the middle. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Bulldogs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I would be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Walker with another carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Walker. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 89 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. On the counter, it's Walker. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 38 yards. And the Seahawks are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. Now Gino on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Smith going to throw it. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Willis's throw complete to Rager. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. 1st and 10, Willis. He'll get this right back to Rager. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. To throw, here's Willis. He's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Throwing now, Smith. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Check.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess? He didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. It's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
19 strikes, 19 touchdowns.
They snap it to Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
One final try for Willis.
One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the victory here for Seattle. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.